If you're doing 30-minute to 1 hour in-person lessons, you are absolutely wasting your time and leaving so much money on the table. It's 2024. You need to get with the program. If this is your first time here, my name is Nick. I run an online consulting company teaching coaches how to train athletes on the internet using social media and online training. And so in this video, what we're going to talk about is why you are wasting your time giving in-person lessons. Because if your goal is to make more money, train more athletes, and actually get really good results, if those are three priorities to you, then I want to share with you how my clients are making north of $10,000 a month, training their athletes on the internet and getting the best results that they've ever gotten. Because when most people first hear that my clients are using online training, they immediately, red flags go off in their mind. They think, oh my goodness, online training, Nick, what are you talking about? And the reality of it is that if you're just giving a 1 hour, 30-minute in-person lesson to an athlete one time a week, let's be serious, that is not enough for your athletes to actually get better. I've actually heard coaches tell me that they don't even necessarily believe in the lesson model, right? They don't even necessarily believe in just giving an athlete one lesson one time per week. The reason being is everybody knows that you need to do something more than one time a week in order to get good at it. And because you are not giving them another option, because you are not helping them outside of that one time per week, when they ask you, what else should I be doing? You give them general advice, right? You kind of help them, but you're really not incentivized to help them out the best way that you possibly can, because you're not being paid for it, right? If you were being paid what you thought you were worth for everything, you would do everything in your power to make sure that that athlete got results, rather than just, hey, give me $100 for this hour and we'll call it even, right? So if you actually care about what your athletes are doing, actually getting them results, then you need to add a hybrid option to your in-person lessons so that your athletes can actually get better results, because now they have more things to do. And so really what we're going to talk about right now is how you can leverage online training for your in-person clients, okay? I've had clients make $23,000 in the first 30 days doing hybrid training, okay? My client Peyton literally made $23,000 in the first 31 days of us working together by leveraging hybrid training. My other client, his name's Peyton also, he was a pitcher in the Cubs organization. He literally just sent me a message the other day talking about how the hybrid training has completely transformed how he's training his athletes in person, right? So not only are these guys making more money, but for less of their time, and they're getting way better results. And the way that they're doing this is by hybrid training. So let me show you something, okay? Hybrid, excuse my handwriting. Okay, hybrid training. So what you're gonna wanna do with hybrid training is, obviously, number one, you're going to want some sort of in-person training, right? That's why it's called hybrid. It's not fully remote, but it's not all the way in person, right? So you're going to want some sort of in-person communication cadence, right? So I would recommend this to be one time a week or every other week, okay? One time a week or every other week, you're giving your in-person athletes like a lesson or one-on-one time of some sort. Maybe it's in a group. Doesn't need to be one-on-one, right? But you're giving your in-person athletes one time a week of in-person stuff, okay? Number two, they need to be given a daily task list, okay? And the way that I tell my clients how to create the daily task list is, if you had to be there with your client every single day and tell them step by step what to do, right? If you had to help them to the best of your ability, what would you give them? Boom, 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 right? Itemize the entire list. Tell them what to do every single day, okay? Number three, we're gonna give them modules or homework, okay? So we know that our athletes are probably spending a ton of their time, playing Fortnite on YouTube, doing a bunch of different stuff, not doing anything that's productive. So if they're gonna be on their phone, they might as well be learning something from informational modules, giving them homework to teach them concepts that you were going over in person. And then you give them homework to work on it every single day with the daily task list. And then you have them learn about the concepts. So that way, when you see them again, you can actually help them, right? And then number four, you wanna have a group chat, okay? And this is going to build a ton of community feel, right? So if you do in-person training, you have 10, 20, 30, 50 athletes, however many athletes you have, you want to create a group chat between all of them. Try and divide it up by age group. So let's say like high school guys, middle school guys, if you work with different ages, right? Try and create a group chat there to where you can separate them based on age, and that way they can create a community and actually help each other, right? And that is going to be a lot more helpful. Every single time that I've made the most amount of gains in the gym, it's because I was training with somebody who is just as strong, if not stronger, or maybe they were right behind my like strength level and I needed to push myself, right? So a group chat. Number 5 is group calls, okay? And so if you're running in-person training, giving one-to-one lessons, the first thing I would recommend is you either do one-to-one or you get them into a group so you can see them more often, create the community, create the group chat, and then do group calls once a week to review, like if you're a hitting coach, let's say at bats, right? Or if you're a pitching coach, you review like mechanics or like different things like that. You go in depth on concepts, and because you're doing all this, you get to charge a premium, okay? A premium price, right? Because most of you guys out there, if you're just doing in-person lessons, this is all you're doing, right? And so when you watch my videos and you see, or you watch my client results, they're absolutely disgusting, by the way. If you see my client results, you'll be like, how are these guys charging so much money? This is how they're doing it. They're not doing it by giving them, hey, here's a workout program. Good luck. I'll see you next week. Oh, just text me if you need it, right? They are giving them all of this stuff, right? And you can even throw in like, hey, just text me for feedback, but it has to be in the group chat. So that way, when you give them feedback, everybody learns. This is how to create a valuable hybrid program. If you want to learn how to give a valuable remote training program, instead of the in-person lessons, just do a Zoom call where you walk through and make sure you actually coach them. Because sometimes when you're a coach, you just need to play therapist. So this is how to create a valuable hybrid or online training program. This is way better than what you are doing. I absolutely guarantee it. This is going to allow you to charge more money, get better results, and for less of your time because of the community, because you're giving them a task list, and because you're actually teaching them concepts. You can thank me later.